All right, good morning. Getting locked and loaded here this morning. Got some huge trades already under our belt this morning. Let's take a look over here. So we've got the NQ Signal A drone uh, leading the way for the week so far. This one's at 2,800 for the week. So we had one really crush it so far. Another one 2,700. Let's look at how they're doing today. Yeah, we've got this one's on a tear. We've moved the needle big time on the NQ. Holy moly! Look at this run. Whee! Ran up. Started around 870. Hit 970, and about to hit 18070. So about 200 points already. Great run up this morning. All right, good morning. Welcome aboard.
Order filled.
Charles, what's happening? Leap Day. Happy Leap Day, everybody. That's funny.
Order submitted.
Okay, good.
Order filled.
All right, so this haymaker's at 720 already this morning. It jumped in the ring early. This one wakes up at let me see. I think it's 9 o'clock.
Order submitted.
Yeah, jumped in at 9:06. First trade for this one. Looked like it hit the. Let's take a look. This one here jumped in and it made this long first target. So it made one first target. Looks like it lost two. Out there, hey, Charles, how's things going? Everybody making any money this morning? Tell me what your top strategy is, and see if we're in alignment here. Looks like mine this morning for today. Looks like this 30 range signal B jumped right out of the gate, just climbing big time. It's at 3,300 already today. It's had 23 trades.
Order filled.
Looks like the bot's following behind it, followed by the haymaker, and then Signal AI bot. Those are kind of the shakeout for me on my screen. I've got the VPS set up as well,
Order submitted.
so we can take a look at the server and kind of see how those strategies are doing for the week. Again, it's a same setup as we have here, and I've got another machine above here too that they're running on, so we can kind of see the different scores of how they're doing. And I'll put a couple of Apex accounts to work this morning. Just wanted to get a feel for the audience and what you guys are trading, and see if we can collaborate to pick a pretty good strategy to put on a couple accounts today, because things are flying. This is a great day to trade. So we'll jump in the ring here in a few minutes. Get some more people here aboard, and let me know what you guys are trading this morning, or what's doing well. Got this one right here, this Signal B drone, really crushing it this morning at $3,000. But then the next one down is the Signal B AI bot, followed by the haymaker. Haymaker's in this next trade right here. This is the NQ30 range, and a fully automated system. It's sensing price and jumping in for us and buying contracts and then selling them. So it's got this trade right now that it's in. It's
Order filled.
the risk to reward on this trade when it started was I think it's 46 ticks, so it's about $230 loss. Trying to get to a $900 target down here. So that's kind of this trade setup. A little bit about the stop here though is it moved already from 46 ticks to a plus 11. So we sealed in 50 bucks on this trade here already. Kind of protected the investment. Once it went down to 80 ticks down here, that stop moved automatically for us. Okay, awesome. Charles got some jumped out of the gate too. Haymaker just behind, so good. Sounds like his are tracking right along with mine, which is great. And then up here on this other machine, I think I've got very similar results for today. Let's see.
Order filled. Order submitted.
So this other machine, I've got the Signal B drone at 1800. I know this one's at about double that. And then followed behind that is the Signal B bot, and that's about the same value, 1500. And then the Haymaker right behind it at 940. And again, just like Charles said, it's still in a trade. It's about 235, so it's same trade that's going on right now here.
Order filled. Order filled.
Awesome. So we'll put some accounts to work.
Order filled.
Let's go check out this Signal B bot for the week. Okay, so this one lines up. This one's NQ30 range Signal B AI bot. It's in second place for the week. NQ30 range Signal B AI bot. It's second place for today. So that one looks like a really good candidate to put to work today. Let's go ahead and do that. So it's number 2 for the week and number 2 for the day. So to do that, I'll just, once I'm in strategies, I can right click. I'll do a new strategy. And over here, I think most of you will just have one option. It'll just be this, this option right here, RLAI Auto Trader P. And now I click over here and I go to load. And what you see here is you don't see any AI bots. And the reason we do that is because the bots are using the data from the drone. So the actually strategy that I'm going to bring open and put to work is the drone. That's the one that is feeding the data to the bot. So we're going to grab this drone right here. Signal B drone. Load this guy. And so now I've got the skeleton of all the settings from that drone. And up here, we want to use that data from the drone that was already created. So I'm going to grab this, this drone data, NQ30 range Signal B drone. So now what this strategy is going to do is going to go grab that drone data, which the bot is already grabbing, and use that stops and targets down here. So even though we show this down here, it's really going to grab whatever the AI model comes up with, and it'll replace these automatically. So we can put this on an account over here. Let's do that one. And boom. Oh, I should maybe check the instrument. We've noticed that when we now open these up, the instrument will just go to the last one that you had. So I guess it looks like I probably had the NQ selected last time. It looks like it selected the same instrument again. But always just double check on your end if the instrument's set up properly for you. All right, Rue, good morning. Welcome back. We're just getting set up here. We've got a few strategies doing really well this morning. I'll give you kind of a lay of the land of how things are going so far today. So the accounts tab will always tell you today. This one resets every day. Your accounts tab will reset every day. I have mine set up with all these different columns. And the way you change those is you can just right click and go into properties and just change whatever you prefer to have up there by clicking in these little boxes. I tend to like this setup right here where I've got my how many orders it had and then what the value is for the day. So we had this signal B jump out of the gate and go crazy, and it caught the NQ running up at about 8:30 and made winner after winner out of the gate. And then this bot jumped out along with it and made a couple winners too. So we put this one to work on an Apex account. We'll see how that goes today for us, and hope we can make a little money on it. I think I want to get a trade copier going, and I really love this this one. So this is the week now. If we look at the week results, and I want you guys to look at your machines too, because we want to be in alignment here. But for the week on this one, I was going to do only long trades only. I need to go set that up. I want to show you guys how to do that. Back to this though real quick. For the week, this one's at 2,800. For the week, this one's at 22. And I did mention that I had shut this down, I think, on Monday when we got started. So this is probably maybe just Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday data. But it could be all week. It could be really close to all week. So that's kind of how they're shaking out for the week, and then how they're shaking out for the day. Just remember that I did want to set this Apex account up to only where is it? I only want to take long trades today. I don't want to get caught in a short trade today. I just don't think it seems like a smart move. So we're going to take short trades off the table for this strategy, and we'll only jump in the longs. So we may not be in lockstep with this strategy. If it does call for a short trade, we won't participate. Rue, you got any strategies doing good this morning? How about anybody else? If you guys are trading with the auto trader, how about putting out the winning strategy for the day? Or if you're trading some Apex accounts or something, let us know how you're doing.
Order submitted.
Does anybody out there know what the news was that drove us up a couple hundred points already today?
Order submitted. Order filled. Order filled. Order filled. Order filled.
See if we can get one of these 2 minutes to do good for us today. We really had a good run early in the week with the retirement plan, and it slowed down a little bit on us. Let's see where it's at so far.
Order filled.
Looks like the best 2 minute we have for the week right now is the Signal AI bot. Apex had a data issue yesterday, really shut their whole network down, right in a tough spot, but I think they've refunded everybody, so hope you guys were able to get your refund if you haven't. I saw Craig put a note in Discord that mentioned it too, so hopefully he got his refund as well. They've done that to me before, accidents happen, that kind of thing, but they've always refunded me, so hopefully yours was refunded as well if you were caught behind there. I know Rory was. He was trying to do live stream here and he couldn't either. I think it just whipped him up and down, and he quit the live stream early. We really weren't sure what was going on. He was wondering if his machine was just acting up or whatever. So, and once we found out it was network wide, he felt a little bit better about it. But other than that, it was a little stressful. Yeah, and he was refunded, so that was nice. Okay, inflation was less than expected. Thanks, Keith. Wow, that's awesome news. Woo-wee! May get a rate drop. Yeah, boy, the fuel. That news is fuel. Looks like it's got 18,001 in sight today.
Order submitted.
So I get this bot up here. And up here we'll,
Order filled.
what else we got down
Order
here
filled.
that's doing good? Drone. Ooh, 2,800 bucks. Let's look at some of those trades.
Order
Oh
filled.
boy. Yeah, look at this thing jumped in. Actually, it should be on a 30 range chart. This is a 30 range signal B. So NQ 30 range. Go back here to watch this thing run it up here. So at 8:30 when it came to life, this signal B. This is signal B bot. Again, this one's the trend strategy. So we wait till a trend is truly formed and clear of pivots before we jump in with this robot. You can see it jumped in right here on this candle, somewhere in here. It then hit its first target right here on this little purple diamond here. It's a long first target. And then it jumped in again right here, long entry right away on, looks like the next candle. It got another long first target right on the tip of this move. On the pull, took the pull back, got another long entry, and guess what? Another, oh man, right at the very top, almost. Right up here, it took its another first target. And again, these targets are 900 bucks a piece. No, these are 1,000. This one's a drone. This one's a 50 tick stop and 200 tick target. So these are $1,000 trades. So that's one, two, 3,000. Yeah, three whoppers right out of the gate. And now it took a couple of losers. Now that we broke that trend. So now is the time to put the signal A to work now. So now the signal A is gonna work off from this this bounce here in the Laguerre. So now that everybody's in and everybody's fighting to move price up and down, we've probably found a good position to jump back in with the signal A strategies. When you're in these trends, though, the signal B is obviously lead dog, and especially if you can catch it and know that it's either long or short. Because if you could have put the signal B and say only take long trades, which luckily it did, but you know, you could still get caught in a short on those, even though it doesn't look likely. It is possible. Wow, ran up the score. Now this one was down a decent amount though, so it needed a good comeback. Keith, are you trading our system? If you are, what's your winning strategy so far this morning? This is our kind of top three right now so far. It's the 30 range signal B AI drone, followed by the signal B AI bot.
Order submitted.
Which again, the bot takes the information from the drone and sets its stops and targets and then adjusts them. So it's kind of a follower of the drone. Followed by the GC 15 range. That thing jumped right out this morning. That's signal B2, so another nice trend, apparently in gold. And then we've got the signal A AI bot now is really jumping out and making some money. So this one's probably the best one to put to work here. Let's I do want to put this one to work also. And this one we may take short trades. Let me kind of look and see. Let's watch this trade. NQ. So this is a big trade right here. Okay, so it caught this short.
Order filled.
Bam, closed at profit target. Woo-wee! Awesome. Wow. That was a huge trade. Where did it take this trade at?
Order filled.
Okay, what's going on here? Oh my goodness. Wow. It took this trade way back here at 937 and it stayed in the entire time. Wow. That is amazing. Let's check out, see how many ticks of heat this trade had to take. So we entered this trade automatically right here at 18059.75. So I put my little draw on there, and then I kind of go over here and I try to find the highest price that it went over here, and then you can kind of tell. So we had to have our stop set at least at 41 ticks to stay in that trade. Really 42 or 43, because if you've been trading for any amount of time, you know they're going to come steal your contract that you have for sale if it's 1 or 2 ticks away from where price went to. It just seems to happen. So we tend to try to keep 2 or 3 ticks of separation from where price gets to. So we were sitting at 46 with our stop, and that was just enough to keep us out of trouble. So we stayed in that trade, and that is a really long trade for the NQ. So that one was 937 to about 1010. So 33 minutes or so. But anyway, caught that short and closed out for the day. $1,500 is the profit limit that I have on this bot. That's one other thing to consider, just so you know, is that I have the bot set up to stop trading, whereas the drones are just going to trade like a drunken sailor. They trade whenever they start to whenever they end, no matter what the daily loss limits get to. We do that because we really have our drone set up to collect data and use that data to help either the AI bot or my live account. So that's kind of the way that we could look at the bot's data is, okay, if I was going to use that drone for the week, what would have I potentially ended up with? That's what we can look at is the bot. If we do use the drone as the data source, we could end up with that value. You also can just put the drone all by itself on your live account. So I'll show you kind of how to do that. So again, kind of looking here, the strategy of the week. Wow, this thing's almost at $4,000. Tell me out there if your guys' signal A is anywhere close to this. Signal A AI drone, if you started this thing on Monday, you'd be almost at $4,000. So let's go ahead and put this one to work on an account, and I'll show you how that works.
Order bill.
Okay, so on this one, we're going to template load. We're going to open the hottest strategy of the week, which is this drone.
Order bill.
And we're just going to use all the data that the drone has. So here, we're going to just say use the trade management settings below. Okay, so what that tells us now is that we want to just use this information here. We don't want it to go to the AI model and then deliver us back the new predicted stops and targets. We want to just go with these static stops and targets that we know have been crushing it for the week. They're at almost $4,000. So we're just going to stick with the static settings and just put it to work over here. So let me just find out which one is available. So you just go ahead and pick whatever account you want to run it on and hit OK.
Order bill.
And here's where we could be selective on shorts or longs, but we just watched that short, so it's hard to take away that clicker there. Let's just go ahead and leave it. We're going to leave it to just let it do its thing and hope that it knows more than we do.
Order bill.
So now I want to show the trade copier and kind of how that works and how I can leverage one strategy to trade multiple accounts. To do that, we'll just I'll get this thing fired up over here. I use this one right here called Flowbots. It's called Replicanto, I think is the name of the version or the brand. This guy right here, pretty user friendly. So we already know which one was crushing it over here. It's the let's go find it. The one that's the lead dog for the week is this NQ 30 range signal A AI drone. So let's go ahead and put that one to work. Just pop open RTrader Pro and see which ones I've got. I've got a couple really close to payday here. Let's go with 27, 28. Why are those yellow? Oh, because it's in a trade. I think they're yellow because it's in a trade right now. So we'll kind of see if that's true in a second. Let's get one more. 31. So we'll run 5 accounts on this one. We'll see if that changes to green in a minute.
Order submitted.
Okay, so this signal B drone's in right here. It's jumped in this trade. Oh boy. Okay, so she jumped in the shore. Again, I'm using this one for the first one that I set up on that Apex account. If you guys recall, I used this drone, Signal B drone, but I mentioned that I was going to only take long trades. So that's the reason that it didn't jump in this trade for me. It knew that I only wanted to go long, so we didn't get to participate on that trade. So now this trade has to end before we can, get a long trade set up with this particular drone. Looks like we're back to 18,000 again. I didn't know that we were gonna get back there anytime soon, but that's great news. Well, I hope everybody's 401k is crushing it too. Keep your eye on those, man. Seeing some huge numbers. Our options trader, David Wise, has been crushing it on his calls. He made a call yesterday and sold it for a $2 profit this morning. I don't know what SHAK ticker stands for though.
Order filled.
All right, let's go. Gonna get a little bit of downward pressure here. Got a couple accounts working. We'll see if you guys can make some money out there with them today.
Order filled.
Man, we had a heck of a run up. Again, this is the weekly profit for this strategy. I don't disable it if I can. Now, you guys know, anybody who trades these systems, you know that you get data issues, you get, software issues, you have to do updates on your computer. I mean, the list goes on and on where you have to restart, or you'll restart Ninja every once in a while. But for me this week, I've been lucky. I haven't had to disable this strategy, I think, all week. And it'll keep the profit or loss tabulated right here for you all week. So you can kind of just, keep this enabled and let the profit and loss just shake out, and really make it easy to see for the week how the strategies did. The other way is going to accounts, and this resets daily. I think it resets, well, I know it does. It resets at 5 o'clock. At 5 o'clock, this number goes back to 0 for every strategy. And then whenever they wake up, like we have the gold, I think the gold we have waking up at, I believe, at 5 in the morning. So this strategy right here, I believe, wakes up at 5 in the morning and it starts trading. So whenever they start trading, But for that day, the next day is when you'll see the new numbers. So every morning when I jump in and know that we're doing live stream, they're down to low numbers, because it's just have a few trades. So this all happened since, this one, for example, this drone jumps in at 8:30 in the morning, 8:30. So this one, I believe, at 5. Miller time, I believe this one's 8:30, and then I think gold is at 5. Okay, we got a YM jumped in and making some money this morning, and it looks like it's the bot beating its drone by $100. Again, this drone is feeding data to this bot. This bot's trying to learn from the drone and trying to outperform it. And something to know is, on the drones, we We don't stop them at their profit or loss limit for the day. We just let them trade for whatever times their start and stop times are. Let me show you how that works. So let's go here and look at this Signal A AI drone. Again, this one runs on the NQ30 range, and for the week it's almost at $4,000, and it's already in this $700 trade. So it's going to tip it if it does make this trade. Okay, it's going long too. If it does make this trade, it will eclipse the $4,000 for the week. And let's look at when it's running. So to look at what it's running, you just right click anywhere in this, we call this the control center. You right click here. You can go to new strategy. Click over here on this one here, and then click on template and load it. And that template we've created is here. This one is the NQ30 range Signal A AI drone. So when you click that and hit load, now it gives you all the parameters that we have in place for that drone. So this drone has been waking up every day at 8:30 in the morning, and it shuts down at 1 p.m. So it's actively trading every signal that it gets between 8:30 and 1. And it will use these two parameters to keep it from either losing 500 for the day, it goes out, or if it makes 1,500 for the day, it goes out. So even if it's 10 o'clock and it made 1,500 bucks, it's done for the day. Or vice versa, if it loses 500, by 9 o'clock, it's done for the day. So we kind of put those restrictions in place to try to, leverage our risk to reward ratio. And then these are the other parameters these are kind of the filters that keep it, that allow it to take the triggers. These are its stops and targets, and these are static on this one. This one doesn't move. These have just been at 50 and 200 every single trade that it jumps in. And down here you've kind of got some account things. One thing to consider, if you open up a strategy, this instrument just wobbles around on you. So you always got to select the right instrument again if you open up a strategy, because it will revert to the last instrument you were selected. So if you were selected the RTY last time, RTY will show up in here even though it's an NQ strategy. So you always need to select the right instrument again when you're in the strategy looking at it. I kind of got caught a couple of times already where I just opened it up, looked at it, closed it, looked later and it was getting killed or whatever, and realized that the instrument was wrong. So just want to make sure we convey that this one is, if you look at a strategy setting, always make sure to reset it to the right instrument again. But then down here, we would just, switch it up to whatever live account we wanted to run on our moneymaker. So that's how you would, get to use this drone in play for one of your strategies. Let's watch this trade right here. So this is a big one. This one's the Signal A drone. Okay, so its bot is done for the day. The bot that takes the data from this drone right here is out. Again, at 1,500 bucks, it drops out for the day. So this one's done for the day. And it's the second place one for the week so far. So it's done trading for the day. It'll get one more crack at it tomorrow. Like I said, it either will take a loss of 500 a day or a victory lap of 1,500 is kind of how this one's shooken out. Again, the drone, it's a drunk sailor. It'll just trade. It'll trade from 8:30 to 1 and always use the static 50 tick stop and 200 tick target. So yeah, this one caught this long entry right here, right at the bottom. I mean, we're catching these triggers super early. Look at that catch right here. Caught that move. You know, if you're manually trading your live account, there's nothing wrong with grabbing that and taking the money and running. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. I do it on a regular basis. Just know on SIM, any of these accounts that we have as our strategies that we share the results from, I never move them. I don't ever move them. Rory doesn't move them. None of us move them. So when we give you the values, those are of the thing just doing what it's supposed to do. Now, on my own money, I move them. Likewise, would recommend take in your own hands if you can, but you don't have to. The good news is these things just sit there and run. This is the value, $4,000. I didn't do anything to that thing all week. It just did it. I enabled it on Monday and sat back. And then we can look daily, kind of how day's going so far for each one of these two. So daily puts you in a nice position to see which robot's, crushing it for the day, and then you can kind of, sort of look here and then look at your weekly and kind of get yourself set up with whatever makes sense for you on your machine. Again, I've got 3 machines. Directionally, they're all similar. But not identical. So you probably want to look at your own data and just kind of adjust yourself accordingly. If you guys can hear me out there, let me know if your strategies are close to mine. Like, what's your top one? If you don't own the system yet, cruise on over to, here, let me show you our website.
Order filled.
So I'm Mark, the owner of Right Line Trading. This is our website. Got a great team. You can kind of see about us here. This is the great team. Here I've got Craig Emery, who trades the futures live. I've got a live trading room. Craig's Pro Trader. Got David, he's the options trader, sending out the options trades through text messaging too. David Kushner does our prop trading room, so if you guys want to get qualified and jump into the prop arena, he's an expert. He's got these rules that he follows them religiously, and that's really his calling, is to be like a mentor or a trainer to help you get funded and stay funded. I think he runs 6 to 8 accounts on a regular basis. But then these are our internal teams. So yeah, jump on the web and check us out to find the Auto Trader. It's right here. It's our premium product. Kind of go to learn more. You get to see some other. Before I was doing live, I was just doing live videos and posting them. But you can see some of the action here in the past, and this is the value we have. $400 a month. I'm sorry, $500 a month. Or we got the annual for 24, or the lifetime, which really surprised me and really happy. And thank you so much for all the lifetime memberships. Sold about 4 or 5 this week so far. So thank you for jumping on and hanging with us here. All right, let's see what else is happening. Got this. Things are slowing down a bit now. Great day to trade though. Love today. Last couple days it was kind of a bummer for me to trade, just kind of sitting in that zone of 17.9. It was a hard zone to sit in for 2 or 3 days there. The Auto Trader loves volatility, so volatility is its friend. That's why the NQ seems to be our driving force when we look at the strategies. You can run up the score quick on the NQ. Woo! you're enjoying this trade, and if you could hit that like button for us, I understand that to help us with the algo to get across to more people. So if you could please help us out, appreciate it. Looking forward to some competitions. Creating some trading competitions. I just need to figure out legally what my problems will be if I do it. But I'm not a great trader, but I love to compete, and I love to compete on just about anything. If we flip quarters, that would be fine too. But uh, let's try to create a competition where maybe you create your own strategies, I create strategies, whatever, and we try to challenge each other against just one strategy against another. Um, and I just need to figure out how to give things away, like what to give away and how much and that kind of thing. But right now, let me know if you'd be interested in trying to take on like the haymaker, for example. See if you could beat the haymaker for the week, and if you do, you get like I buy you a $50,000 Apex account or something, and I just need to figure out how to do that for people. I would love to give away prop accounts. So that's where my head is. If you guys are out there and you'd like to try to win a prop account, let me know. You'd have to earn it though. I've done it with my team internally. We've done the AI Auto Trader Challenge, and we all tried to create the best strategy for the week, and whoever would win it, I was able to give a couple $100 or $100 or whatever it was to the winner. Now that's fun for me, and those are win-wins. I love win-wins. That's always trying to figure out what a win-win is, because I do a lot of reading, watching YouTube videos on like personal development, growth, those kind of things. And there's a guy named Stephen Covey who wrote a book, and it's I think it's the 7 Habits of highly successful people or highly performing people, one or the other. And one of his strategies is creating a win-win situation out of everything. So I'm always trying to figure that out too, and make sure that it's not coming from a selfish or sort of a undisciplined place. So my win would be we would possibly find a new strategy, settings, techniques. But your win would be an opportunity for an Apex account or whatever. So if you guys like that idea, let me know. Yeah, I still can't get in that trade because the trade copier that I was running over here, I still can't get in because of the it's in that trade.
Order canceled.
There we go. Drone is off and running. Made it to 2 grand already this morning. Let's take a look. So it just caught that long right there. Boom, knocked it out. That was $1,000. It hit this short right here. There was another 1,000. So there's two, but then whatever this did back here, it was kind of give and take, and must have been about break even. So hit a couple of dingers right here off that one, and then this one on the way back up.
Order bill. Order bill.
So just put that question out there. Maybe jump in if you're trading the auto trader. Let us know what your best performing one of the day is. Kind of give you a recap over here. So this is the this top one of the day. I'm sorry, the week. This one's of the week. It's at almost $5,000 this week. Wow, what a huge number. It's actually unbelievable. I'm going to show you how it is believable though, because I'll show you the trade performance of each trade that it's taken all week. And this one has been crushing it for a month or longer since we developed it. For the last month, this strategy is probably up about 12 grand. This one here, this one's at 2 grand this week. This one's at about 2, and then 1,200. So that's kind of get this reorganized again. Looks like we had this one jump in. Okay, the haymaker, awesome. So these are all. Take that back. The haymaker is a signal A, so it's very similar to that. The haymaker and this bot. These are all three almost identical settings. Those three. And then this one's signal B, so it's a different trigger. That one's
Order submitted.
sitting at about 2 grand. So let me know out there if you guys are trading. What's doing good, if anything. Oh, come on, Shredder. Down 1,000? How's it possible? Let me show you what I got here, just so we can see. I've got a server going too. Let me check this one out. I've got 3 machines here.
Order submitted.
So for today,
Order
the haymaker on the server, my VPS, I've got it sitting at 2 grand for the day. Back on my machine, I call this the R&D machine. The R&D machine, the haymaker's at. Let me get my head straight. So for today,
Order submitted.
the haymaker's at 1,800. It's still in this trade. Yeah, it's in this trade it's at 2 grand, so it's about the same. And then let me look up here.
Order bill.
I'll go to accounts on my this one I call the client machine. NQ30 range haymaker. This one's at 2 grand. So if you would, give us a call, get a hold of Charles, but let me show you the trade performance, and maybe you can do this look with us. So let's look in trade performance, Shredder, and let's check this out. So trade performance, let's just look for today. And we'll go trade by trade. Let's make sure that you have the right settings. Hopefully you have the brand new upgrade over the weekend, because that is a difference.
Order submitted.
So we'll bring open the NQ30 range haymaker. So this is the haymaker for today. So today's the 29th. You hit generate.
Order submitted.
You know, one good way to check your data to make sure you don't have a couple of these checked is to click it on and off and just make sure that your numbers go to 0. If you accidentally have 2 of them clicked, when you unclick, it'll still show you data down there. So I've learned that over time to just make sure and unclick it just to make sure your data resets and that you're on the right thing, and then kind of hit generate just to make sure that it brings in the trades and everything that's most current. But now you can go to trades, and we can see every trade that this entered and what time. That's really critical, and then really which victories it had, down here. So okay, sweet. Yeah, please check with Charles, because we want to get you up to speed here. We don't want anybody left behind. It's really important to me. So this one jumped in at you can maybe check this video out later too, Shredder. So this one jumped in at 9:06 at 25, I think they call that tenths of a second. Could be called milliseconds too, I have no idea.
Submitted.
But anyway, the entry price we got on this one was 18015.5, so 2 ticks. And our first one was a win. Then we took a loss. Then we took a break, we call that break even plus 11. Break even plus 11. 4 losers in a row, and then it looks like it hit 2 dingers in a row, and then the 385. So yeah, please check it out. We really appreciate that. But that is how this one shook out here for today. Let's just kind of look at it for the week, how it's doing for the week.
Order submitted.
So I had a little bit of a drawdown, but now it's back up to $1,000. So that's kind of how this one is for the week. Let's look at our top performer. So this one's the top performer of the week.
Order filled.
So this one just hit 3 dingers in a row. Oh my goodness. Woo! Wouldn't that be nice? So it jumped in and chopped around a little bit, and then it started heading north, and obviously off these 3 dingers here, it's jumped up to a huge number. But it's capable to take several losses in a row. So that's something to consider when you're trading with our auto trader. Is you have to be patient. If you're someone who only wants to go north, that's not this isn't the system for you. It's an investment tool just like any other one, where we don't know that it's going north all the time. But this one definitely has been trading like a champ for the last month and a half since I've had it running. Again, so the first day that I had this thing running was the 26th. Let's just make sure that I've got every day.
Order filled.
Yeah, the 26th was Monday. So yeah, this thing's been running right out of the gate. It looks like at 9 o'clock. So I might have started it a little bit late on Monday. That looks like what might have happened. I mean, it didn't take a trade before 9, so it typically wakes up at 8:30 every day. So I might have started it just a tad late. So I might have missed 1 or 2 trades. I doubt it, but who knows? But anyway, mine's at $5,000 on this machine.
Order filled.
Okay, so this haymaker, let's go ahead and look at this one. This one taps out at 2 grand, so this one should be, I think, done for the day. Let's go look. What we look to see if it's done trading for the day is I go back to try to find the last marker on the chart and see what the what it says right here. It says close short P&L target, so it hit its profit and loss target. Hit the profit target. We call it P&L, so it could either be the loss or the profit. We call them the same thing, but in this case, it hit the daily profit target. Actually, I was trying to pick the haymaker. I apologize. The haymaker. NQ30 range. Sorry, here we go. Wrong one. There it is. Yeah, it did. It closed that profit and loss. The haymaker for today. It's set at 2 grand, so at 2,000, it shuts down for the day. Wow.
Order submitted.
So I tend to like this layout of keeping the strategies over here with the realized value throughout the week. Continuing to, either plus or minus as it takes trades, and then look at my daily P&L here on this accounts tab. Kind of the two ways that I watch the auto trader for the most part.
Order bill.
Hey Sean, help us maybe if there's a piece of software or something that you're able to use to see your P&L from a remote location. I've heard that you can use like NinjaTrader Mobile maybe. I don't know, maybe if you don't mind, if you're still listening, let us know how you're able to remotely see your P&L. I'd love to do that myself at some points. Okay, Scott, welcome aboard. Thanks again for joining us. Apex has the 80% discount qualifying one day right now. Awesome. See if we get qualified today. That would be nice. Let me check the 30 range signal aid drone. Oh. Okay, the drone is back in. NQ Signal A. AI drone. Just can't get enough. This thing. Took another short, and again, I have this I have it set up over here on an Apex account, but it's only going long, so I can't Can't participate in this trade, unfortunately.
Order submitted.
Boy, it's hard to watch.
Order filled.
Okay, the good news is I've got a live account on the client PC that I'm trading the this same strategy, but I didn't set it up for short longs only, so it's in that trade. I'm up 510, 515. Same. Looks like my entry price on that one was 18015.5. Same entry. Looks like the same entry there. Grab this thing real quick.
Order submitted.
Looks like we did a little bounce off the VWAP right there. The yellow dash line on my chart is the VWAP. If you guys wanted to add your VWAP to your chart, you could right click anywhere on the chart, go to indicators, and go in here to the toolbox. These are all indicators that either we've developed, or I think these are all maybe that we have developed or at least added on to from maybe a standard indicator. But the one that we have here is this one here, the VWAP. You can just left double click, or I believe you can just left click one time and then hit, yeah, you can hit add. And it brings it down into here, really into the configured boxes. And now once you're in here, you can, I don't do anything to it, but you can make it visible or unvisible. So I had it visible, hit apply, and it shows up on my chart. If you want to just hide it, you could just go click that one box that says, visible, so it's not visible on your screen. So you could do that if you wanted. Seems to be a really good
Order submitted.
indicator. Boy, you look right there. Look how the drop right went to the VWAP and bounced.
Order filled.
Here almost to the VWAP, bounce again, VWAP, bounce a little bit. Looks like the bounces are getting a little bit less. RTYs. This one. Okay, we've got an ES trade today. That's great news. Those don't happen very often. It's a 5-minute chart, so it's it doesn't trade very often. Let me take a look at that one. ES 5-minute.
Order bill.
A lot of conservative traders really like trading this the ES 5-minute. Which one was that? Wrong one. ES 5-minute signal A.
Order submitted.
There we go. Okay, it's in a short trade too. Sorry, ES 5-minute.
Order bill.
Again, doesn't take many trades, 1 to 3 a day. And it doesn't wake up, I think, till 9 o'clock. So it took one loser, it looks like, and it's in its second trade for the day. We can show you how to get these candles so they're showing properly. I think to do that, so the candles, we're not seeing the wicks. We want to make those wicks white. Right now they're probably black, so they're just not showing. Yeah, this is the 5-minute. I'm going to show how to get this. I think it's data series. Yeah, candle, wick, and body. So we're going to go in here and we're going to change these to white so that we can see the wick and the body on a black background. Again, if you change your backgrounds, you probably want to do some of these things to get it to look a little bit better for you. But yeah, this is the ES 5, sorry, that's 10 range. ES 5-minute. Here we go. Sorry about that, Scott. Thank you. Look at that. Holy moly. Woo-wee. 50, 65. Let's say it's 85. It went up 20 points in 5 minutes on the ES. Wow, and look at that drop. Man. So it took that short, it missed that one, and then it grabbed this next one pretty quick. Pretty quick out of that candle. So it did run it down, but still holding on right there. A lot of people really like trading this one. It moves really slow, so I think that's the benefit of trading that one. Oh, why did those candles not stay? Oh, because I changed it. I think you can go up here to data series too, I've heard. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, so I guess I have to change each one of the data series maybe.
Order submitted.
There we go. It's a little bit nicer.
Order submitted.
Let's add the VWAP here too. Indicators.
Order bill.
Bring in the VWAP. So there's the VWAP for the ES. So it looks like we're right at the volume weighted average price. So there's the ES 5-minute, another one doing pretty good that's kind of off the NQ is this this GC here, and then the gold nugget. Okay, the gold nugget's not doing too bad.
Order filled.
See if any of them been holding up for the week. Yeah. So for the week, it looks like the GC15 range, Signal AAI drone's holding up. It's got $500 for the week.
Order filled. Order submitted.
Yeah, it looks like my live account's still in this trade too, riding right along with it. I'm at whatever
Order filled.
exact same entry as this one. Oh, wow, we almost hit our profit target. Oh, man, that's painful. Oh, wow, look at that runaway. Oh, no. Oh. Oh. Could have moved her a couple ticks. Let's see how far away we were. Get rid of this one. We'll go measure that and see how many ticks we were away from hitting that profit target. We're gonna have to zoom in here. Let's zoom in. Looks like about 5. Yep. 5 ticks away from hitting that profit target. It's trading right there. Boom.
Order filled.
And when something like this happens, the only good news is just to lean on the data that you have already. You know, it tells me that if I'm just patient and just let it do its thing, I don't know that it'll continue to do this, but we know it did it. We don't know it's going to win again, but we know it won a lot during the week. So that's all I can hope for right here is, you know, holding tight.
Order submitted.
Scott, do you have any strategies doing good this morning? Like, what's your best one? Looks like for this machine right here, it's the Signal B drone, followed by the Haymaker. Looks like the Signal A drone's kind of there too. Looks like they're both neck and neck, and then this is kind of how mine are shaking out right here. Be nice if you could do a screenshot in that chat, but I don't think it's capable for that. Yeah, I've got some set up for longs only, so they're staying out of some of these short trades for the apex anyway. We set it up with a where is it? see here.
Order submitted.
I think I set this one up. No. Yeah, I set this one up to take long trades only. This one's the Signal B AI drone. 349. Yeah, so I lost 2 trades already on that one. So I must have tried to go long twice and missed it. And this one's going to go both directions. Check that one more time. 347. Yeah, this one will go in both directions. These ones are both the $100,000 static drawdown, so they can go down to 625. So looks like I'm close on both of those. We'll see how that goes. Hopefully we can get a trade going in our direction. Yeah, after doing this a long time now, I really kind of firmly believe get your setups in, before the day starts if you possibly can, because that's when I have my best luck. When I try to assess the situation throughout the day and then set them up, it's like too late, kind of thing. All the action, happened. So, I think we'll get set up for tomorrow morning, kind of today, and just let them go right at the beginning from 8:30 on and see how they do. It seems like every time I try to let them go and then set them up, it's too late, and you catch the aftermath. So we'll see. Looks like we're riding just a little bit higher than the VWAP. Took this entry back here on this candle. Again, this one is a modified Laguerre trigger. So as soon as that blue line drops below that green section, it takes that trade. It's got its ticks set at 50 tick stop, so a $250 loss. Trying to get $1,000 win down here. So a 4-to-1 risk to reward ratio, which can really move the needle if you set it up. And we got good volatility for the week. You can see right here, it's pushing $4,000 this week. So
Order filled.
trading's a patience game, though. Have to have a calm energy, because it's not an emotional sport.
Order submitted. Order filled.
sometimes people ask, hey, does it take the same trades, Apex or live accounts as the sim drones or sim accounts? And the answer is yes. Up here, I've got a live trade on my live account. It jumped in at right here, 18015.5. Same place, I believe that this one did.
Order filled.
Yeah, 18015.5. So we bought the same contract price. I'm at like 120, 105 on the other machine, exact same value. On the other machine, I'm running Continuum, the NinjaTrader brokerage Continuum. Down here, we're running Rhythmic, Apex Rhythmic data feed, and Rhythmic had a problem yesterday. I think they've had a few problems. I think I know Apex is kind of doing some changes. Their name's kind of changing and things like that. So
Order filled.
they had a data issue yesterday. For the most part, I believe everybody I've heard from, they were reimbursed for their trades that went sour on them. Rory was trying to do the live here, as maybe some of you were watching, and kind of whipsawed him here at the beginning of the session, and then I don't know, 15 minutes in, our NQs just stalled, which was really bizarre. I was watching my charts, and the volume, really stalled. I can't remember what it stalled at, but this is the volume here of the contracts that are trading per minute. So, the number just stayed there. But the weird thing is the other instruments, a few of them kept going with volume. So, I think it was something that may have just been in, maybe the NQ data. But the cool thing is I didn't shut mine off. If I would have shut it off, I would have lost these values. So I left it on, and it just fixed itself. So usually I reset data, blah blah blah, but I didn't want to do that. I really want to keep data integrity for you guys, and just be really transparent to show everything. So I'm really trying my hardest not to disable these throughout the week, so we can just kind of easily see which ones to trade and which ones not to. And again, that's what this is all about, is really sharing information of what I'm trading, what we're trading, why we would trade it or whatever. But so I wanted to keep the data, and it was really lucky that it stayed in. Let's open up a YM. I haven't looked at these ones in a while. Again, these are really new. I'll need to do a little data research this weekend on these to see if there's any improvements. Kind of just a little bit of feedback. If you are a client that we're going to do the optimization tomorrow afternoon. We'll just put out the top 5. Which ones were the top 5, and then we'll look at the data and see if there's any that we think would be best if we made some adjustments. So that's kind of the plan tomorrow afternoon. We'll look at the YM and try to get a gauge on this one and see if it's got any opportunity. YM 10 range signal B drone. So we've got the YM up here now. This one's the YM 10 range signal B AI drone. It looks like it's doing pretty good for the week as well. So it could be one to consider at some point. Looked like it had a short entry, short first target, so it's made a couple of good trades this morning. Got this short entry here at won that trade. I believe this is a 15 to 90 risk to reward ratio. So I think it's a $150 loss or a $900 win. Okay, here we go. Yeah, it entered this long trade right here, and here's where the chart is. Personal account. Hey, Jeff, welcome aboard. This is, I do have a live account running on another computer, so I've got a couple of computers here. Um, I have two monitors sort of down low, which are, I call it my R&D machine, and then above this I've got two more monitors with another PC hooked to it. I've got a data feed up there. The Ninja Trader brokerage continuum is running up there, and I have my live account on that one today. Down here on this one, I'm trading some Apex accounts. So um, when I hear a live account, or personal account, I tend to think like my live money, my bank. And then when I kind of think prop or prop account, I tend to think of Apex. I really haven't ever traded any other prop firm accounts. I'm kind of new to futures trading, been trading about a year. I bought this company about a year and a half ago. So before I bought the company, I was trading, day trading, really on my phone with like Fidelity and just doing the percent gainers, the highest ones of the day, and trying to catch the high flyers. But I bought this company, and the platform was really designed around futures, so kind of jumped in and trying to learn the futures market here. Jeff, do you trade with us? Do you have an auto trader? We've got about, we developed this system and have sold it now for, we started with our market internals auto trader, and we were using the kinetic data feed, which was about an $80 or $90 monthly charge. And we abandoned that one and then switched over to a new auto trader, and this is called the AI auto trader. And this one's been released for probably 8 or 9 months, and we've sold over 300 or so versions of it. Are you one of our clients, Jeff, yet, or not?
Bill. Or
Give a quick recap of this screen. Okay, good. We're back up to $400 or so on the live account, or this one here too. Give you kind of a little quick recap. So this is the control center, and each one of these accounts right here are running off one of these strategies. So we develop these strategies, and we have them running on an account. And these all these values reset overnight. So these all started at 0 this morning, and this is how they're shaking out. Okay, good, Jeff. Just popping in. Hope you enjoy the Auto Trader. This is software that we sell, and welcome to check us out at rightlinetrading.com. But right here, this is the value that they've pushed to so far today. And then when I go over to my strategies tab here, this is the accumulation throughout the week. So this is the lead dog for the week, this particular strategy. And it's actually this one right here too. So you can watch it on the chart, or you can kind of see it right here. It's the same one. And we call them a bot or a strategy. But this is it's an fully automated system, kind of doing its thing, just buying and selling as it senses the market conditions. So this trade right here, we entered a good time ago. So it entered this short way back here when it started seeing price drop right here. We have this indicator here if you want to be a manual trader, which I do also. When we see the cross on the chart, I just hit the buy sell over here, and you can manually jump in the ring with another contract or two. We have these customizable ATMs over here, so you can set whatever one you want up, and then, get it set up for whatever values, your risk profile is. I tend to use this one when I trade the NQ. I usually jump in with one contract and, evenly put my risk to reward, and I tend to move them around. So when I take a manual trade, I'll kind of I call it walking the trade. If trade's moving in this direction, I'll kind of move the target up and the stop up, and then once it comes back on me, I'm out. That's kind of how I do the manual trades a little bit. But so the drone is the lead dog for the week, and it's in this trade right here too, followed by its bot. No, Signal B bot, different one. That's the second strategy for the week, and then the haymaker is the third one.
Order submitted.
Do a little, all right, here we go. My live account, I'm going to go ahead and take another contract because got a feeling that we're going to go sense that pivot down there. And we're right at the VWAP though. That's a bad zone to trade in. A lot of times, especially right now when price is going up, we've thought that it's bounced off the VWAP a couple of times earlier. So this morning, it obviously ran up crazy, 200 points, but then it made this quick drop to the VWAP at 10 o'clock. And just after 10 o'clock, made that run down to the VWAP, bounced off, came back, looked like it kind of tested it again, up, back, down, came through it that time. So we'll see where she goes, but it looks like the VWAP's going to probably hold tight again. On my live account, I moved my stop to 18,000 to go ahead and take some profit if it moves back up on me. Leave my target down there at wherever it's at, below the pivot. Yeah, so I've got access to 3 machines, all running the same strategies. I have a VPS right here, a virtual private server. Let's go ahead and try to bring open that same exact strategy and see if we're in the same trade. Signal A drone, NQ. Yes, so we are. We're in that same exact trade. Oops, it's calculating here. And it shouldn't be a 15 range, it's a 30 range. So I just get my chart set up here to follow along. So looks like this one's in that exact same trade. And this one entered at 18015.5, exact same place my live account entered, and the exact same place this one entered. Oh, right off that pivot. How about that? Woo! Taking my profit. Oh,
Order
dropping a little
submitted.
bit below it. Oh, I'm out. Awesome. Great trade. Here we go. This one gonna make it. Oh, let's go. Making some money today. Big time. Awesome. So yeah, we had a nice trade right there. That one was in for a long time. I almost gave up on that trade. On my live account, I just about gave up right up here. I was getting weak in the knees. But we held to it. We held to the software, knowing better than me, which I'm fully convinced now that I don't know near as much as it does, and kind of let it do its thing. It's at 27.50 today. Whew. Yeah, baby. That can be life-changing money right there. That's life-changing money right there. Woo. That feels good. And comparing the stress to this compared to manually trading, man, my shoulders hurt manually trading, my neck. Oh, this is so much funner. So I'd love to hear from some people trading our system out there what your highest strategy is for maybe the day or the week. So today on this machine, it looks like the Signal AI drone again is the lead dog. This one's at 2,700. This machine up here, 2695. The AI drone, same one. So this one's the lead dog up here. This one's followed by the Haymaker up here. So the Haymaker's number 3. Yeah, they're both at $2,000. And then up here, the third place one is the Signal B bot, AI bot. That one's third place up there. Up there it's at 1,500. Down here it's at 1,361. So very close. This one we created together a couple of days ago. Looks like we got a trade here. It's still in the CS 5-minute. Those will stay in for a long time. These ES trades. Looks like it's trying to go short. It's got a $600 trade on right now. Down here, looks like the CL jumped in. So the CL we have coming online at 10:30. Looks like it jumped in on a trade here, long entry. It jumped out. It's at $100 or so. So again, in the counts tab here, you'll have the daily performance. So this is the leaderboard for the daily. And then in strategies, if you keep these enabled all week, it will continue to keep your weekly score up here. So, but you have to double click and bring it back up to the top and have it go back into I guess it's called ascending order, from largest to smallest. You just left click on the realized up here, and it'll flip them. So like it kind of gets them all messed up. But this is the worst one of the week, and then this is the best one. Summary. Okay, this one's at 3,880 for the week. And if we look at the trades, a little bit painful with the server, the delay here. This is the NQ Signal A drone, the other one that's up $6,000 on my other machine here. This one's our VPS server. And it started on the 26th, which was Monday. Okay, so its first trade was almost exact, 904. Here's what we can do, I think. We're just going to look at compare them,
Order bill.
the trades, entries, and exits, and just kind of
Order
see
bill.
that we've got the same one, same dates. So this one woke up on the 26th at 9:04. Right here. Okay, same exact entry. God damn it. So this one on the server, it's first trade of the week, same exact trade. The entry price was 1810.25. My machine down here was 1810.25. Exited, they both exited on the same exact price, and they both lost that trade. Let me see this one. Yeah, they both lost that trade. They both made that next trade. And let's look at their entry prices, 18034.75, 18034.75, exact same exit. So for the most part, they line up. Let's look at the last trade of the day. So today, so it looks like right here we have this trade. Let's generate this to make sure we didn't just get another one. Yeah, we did. Okay. So right here, the last trade of the day, the one that just happened, looks like we filled here at 17972.75. So here we filled 2 ticks different. If you guys will notice, it's at 972, but this one's at 0.25, and that one's at 0.75. So this can be a big difference at some points when the trade. These 2 ticks can change the outcome, significantly. What I mean by that is sometimes when it's 2 ticks off or whatever the ticks are, this one might lose and the other one might win, and that must be what happened on this one. What we can do is we can kind of look and see. So this one's a loser, that one's a winner, loser, winner, loser, winner, winner. Okay, here's the difference. Here's the difference. This trade right here, it made this trade, and this one lost it. This one filled at 18,043. This one was at 937. It entered today.
Order submitted. Order submitted.
So this one had a little bit different, this one entered at a little different time today. So that's a difference. This one entered at a little different time. So it caught the trigger a little different. That was the difference, how that one's got 3 wins in a row and that one broke even. But I always say directionally, directionally this one's at 3,800. This one's at 5,800. So difference of $2,000, but again, both directionally, making a ton of money for the week. Yours on your ends, I'd love to hear what yours is at for the day or for the week. Maybe you can chime in if you have this running and you've had it running all week. Let us know what the NQ30 range Signal AI drone. I'll put it in the chat. Hey Johan, what's a bot and a drone? I'll kind of show you. We've developed this AI model that we're working now with the data from a drone to feed the AI bot. And I'll kind of show you what that means in a second.
Order bill. Order bill.
Okay, just put a question out there. If you're trading our system, just give me a heads up how yours is doing for the week. See if it's close to what we're tracking here on this end. Okay, let me shut down this. Not shut it down, but let me find out which one is the VPS. Okay, this one's the VPS. Okay, Johan asked the question there, what's a bot and a drone and kind of how those are set up. So what we developed, Johan, is we developed this system called an AI drone. And the drone is flying basically throughout the market looking for the best opportunities to jump in and out. And we have the stops and targets static. What I mean by static, they stay the same. Stops are set at 50 ticks and the target's set at 200, so it's a $250 loss or a $1,000 win. And we're taking that information, handing that to the AI through a database, and the AI model, mathematical model is doing the mathematics on it, delivering it back for new predicted stops and targets for the AI bot. The bot we have restricted on its daily profit and loss limits, so that it doesn't get too far away from us. So right now you can see that it looks like for the week my bot is in second place for the Signal B. And then it looks like for Signal A, the bot's down here at 1250 for the week. The way we have them kind of set up is we have their profit and loss, daily profit and loss adjusted on the bots. So to lose 500 a day or make 1,500 before it closes out. If it ends at like, $550 or $700 or anything like that, it just ends for the day. So that's kind of how the AI drones and bots work. The bots take the data from the drone and try to predict the best stops and targets to make the most profit. Again, this is our first week of running it since we released it last weekend, and the AI development lab that I worked with, they mentioned that the longer we have them running, the better that they'll get. So let's do a wrap up here today. Appreciate you guys joining the live stream, and let's just kind of do one more recap of the week so far, and we've got another big day tomorrow now that the markets are really moving in our favor. Yeah, I called that trade on my live trade there. Woo-wee. Awesome. So we made some money today. Appreciate everybody joining today. It looks like so far the hot strategy of the week is this Signal AI drone. On this machine up here, it's at, for the week, wow, this machine's got it pegged at 7,700. So we got a little variation in this one, and again, it's the highest one of the week. But on one machine, my VPS, it was coming in around 4 grand. This machine here, it's coming in a little over 6, and then my other machine, it's coming in at 7,700. So, pretty big disparity with that highest strategy of the week. Up here, second place is the NQ30 range signal B AI bot. Down here, same thing. And then let's go look at the server where that one's at. We'll just do the top 3 and call it a day. So this is the server now. And the server is sitting at, for this one, Signal B AI bot is 1,500. So 2,000 on one machine, 1,500 here, and then my R&D machine, it's sitting at 2,200. Looks like our third place strategy here is the haymaker. Up here on this one, the haymaker's at 700 for the week. Down here it's at 1,700, and the server, the haymaker's at 1,000. So those are the top 3 strategies so far of the week. We got another good day ahead of us tomorrow. So hope you jump back in the ring with us tomorrow, and you'll make a little money with us. If you don't have the system yet, please jump on our website right here at bring it over. Jump on our website right here at rightlinetrading.com, and check us out. Check out reviews. I bought this company about 1.5 years ago. It was running for about 10 years or so before I bought it. So he had a lot of good stuff already created, and good direction. But this is the Auto Trader, AI Auto Trader right here is what we're showing. You'll see in here that quite a few videos of past performance and so on. But right down here, this is the offer. And thanks again for all the lifetime members. Really appreciate you having the commitment that we have to the system, and look forward to making money and having fun. All right, thanks, Len. Appreciate everybody's commitment to the system. Have a great day. Good luck trading.